Allora, ci serve la spada da legno. Penso che dovrò equipaggiarla.
Holy moly!
As they say, a bard must be a quick talker, and a wencher a quick stalker. All's in order.
You're late to the bats and snapping the muck to the working man.
Truth is, we're already dependent on the
Ui, che cazzo sta la spada? Che cazzo? Ah! La Madame Irina. Che leggi?
Ah, so good to see you.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props.
My.
I don't know, but
Oh, yes. I suspect.
thanks. I'll try.
Un oggetto missione. La spada da
Those
acciaio.
poor wretches who fled Velen.
Avanti indietro, avanti indietro. Le 3 del mattino. Ah, devo aspettare. Tocca meditare. Tocca meditare un botto. Dopo il tramonto saranno le 8. Abbiamo usato lo spirito di Macan per fare cosa?
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Posso farmi i capelli? Come l'ho detto. Vedete se potevo cambiare i capelli e tornare a quelli vecchi.
Ah, finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll
Yeah,
have her eating
fucking
out of my
idiot.
hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Tu sei un coglione. Oltre che
Want me to be the
truffatore.
bandit?
Knew you'd see.
Are you serious?
I never called it brilliant. Written your lines already,
You've written what?
so you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
stop right there.
This! Help! Save me!
Tremble.
Not so fast.
Dandelion!
No, not the.
Non me le devo chiedere tanta ragione.
There's an Avenger!
Oops.
I've been hit! Ow!
To the house, quickly! He shan't get us there! Eternal fire, what do you want from us? Leave us be!
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards. Would he?
Per l'amor di Dio. A parte che mi è scappato il pulsante, ma vabbè. Per l'amor di Dio. Ah, è chiusa la barbiere? Ah no. Ok. Ti prego, dimmi che non sei come quell'altro ubriaco.
Greetings to the
Need a trim. Think you can manage?
Ah, questo è un uomo che c'ha l'età. Porca miseria, potrò fare una cosa prima che parte un filmato?
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed. We'll step.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working.
See?
What?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the.
For me?
Well, it's not for me.
Shit.
Now, would you.
I've no idea what Dandelion would like.
Io lo conosco da più tempo.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed. He's doing this for you.
Both our lives have revolved around the stage.
A wonderful choice.
Tanto non dovrebbero cambiare in teoria.
You're done lollygagging. Get to.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Yeah.
Who knows? Might even settle down now.
Despite what people say about him.
True enough. Adheres to the
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that. Nothing wrong with the principle. Dandelion just knows.
Dandelion can also be responsible. He...
Sure hope you're opening.
Well,
A me piace Priscilla come ragazza. Sarà perché c'ha i colori dei capelli abbastanza particolari. Sì, sono abilità. Lasciatemi perdere. Sfondare un altro po'.
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiance. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on.
We were, but you didn't show.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on?
No,
Wait, do we have...
Fine, but
Oh.
Damn it. Now
not here.
Povera Priscilla.
Not here.
Hai detto al secchio. Ah.
The key.
Era, tu puoi alzarti? Grazie. Excusez-moi, mi faccio i cazzi vuoi?
Whoa! What a devil!
Watch it and leave the woman alone.
What the
But I'm not your property.
È vero.
love her? I'll not let her sway her ass in.
Whoa, slow down there a minute.
Shove your excuse.
My friend asked you nicely.
All right.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so.
You said that. Well, there's. Get out of here, boat.
Let him finish.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit
Old.
very. From a time when my staff... I, however, would never let...
So, what's
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talent.
you mean to say?
And fame. No...
Suppose. In that case.
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Per una volta. Andiamo di uccidere
Well,
senza.
I'm off.
I'll catch up to you.
Come funziona sta storia?
Never expected that to go so well.
Che c'è la parlentina del cazzo.
You handled it well, Dandelion.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key...
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's.
I'll go
Really?
No, said that...
Portside.
See you soon.
Vattene da qui. Girdi. Salve.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city, but I'm here to scrape mine.
There's not enough for everyone, so buck.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf.
L'ultima volta che lo prova.
You
Perché non posso? Ma come azione non complessità? Ha capito, ma che qua ci perdo. No, aspetta, prima che esce quello dall'angolo.
What? Lost your nerve?
Sparire.
tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing.
And Rotlick.
Same
Ah. Ah. Ma mi sta curando, sì. Dov'è? Ah, buon Dio.
Won't have much of a choice before long.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you. And now, Count.
Generous. Not just anybody.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the. One debt more.
What's there to worry about?
We've had a spell of bad luck lately.
Per favore. 200!
Far from the word.
Fortuna che ho salvato. Ma il tuono dove cazzo? Ciao bello. Vium. Penso di poterla fare tutta in scatto adesso. A me l'importante è non lasciare la levetta. Se lascio X smette di correre, ma se lascio la levetta si ferma proprio. Cazzo. Devo farle meglio ste curve. Dai Ruti. Dai Ruti. Dai Ruti. Dai Ruti. Brava Ruti. Dopo ti do zuccherino. Che è la zucchetta di zucchero. La chiamo zuccherino io la chiamo.
Thank you. I never expect.
Let's just say I like to do a good deed.
I'll bring them to the Rosemary and.
Fine.
Woo! Pure livello. Ah, mi pare che però ci voglia tipo il 22 per il prossimo livello per l'abilità, eh? Ah, ti odio. Ti odio gioco. Non mi fare come Bonderlands che devo mettere 3000 punti nella stessa abilità. Allora, questa non mi serve. In realtà, questa mi serve un botto. Se trovassi la pozione, quella che mi ridasse i punti, me li gestirei un po' meglio. Anche il pappagallo, il gufo, partecipa?
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
I love it. Especially the, accoutrements on the wall.
Priscilla picked them.
Well, I must admit, you have great
Perché sono
taste.
fradici?
What about Rotlick?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his...
Great! The best way...
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes...
Lo sai che il camaleonte tende a cambiare spesso, vero? È una metafora per qualcosa che cambia spesso, come mutaforma, cose così, vero?
What about choreography? Prepared anything special?
Potevi chiamarla la Fenice.
We haven't, but Polly has. She's priceless. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything.
Soon, we start our dress.
Cosa c'è che non va?
Thanks for everything.
Qua cosa
Don't
non va?
mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true.
No, grazie.
Thanks, but
Have it your way.
Verrai sempre, ovviamente.
The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking,
he's all right.
and she say anything about me?
She said something that made
Non mi dica che sei veramente innamorato.
What?
That you're responsible. Got your feet planted firmly.
You're pulling my leg.
Ma colui ci crede! Ma colui ci crede! Bevi. Mi raccomando,
One
bevi.
thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
Ma lo guarda, che cazzo guardi? Non mi dica che se rendiamo conto che in realtà è totalmente diverso da quello che si fa vedere, che è solo un pavo.
She's late, of course.
Of course she did.
So it's true.
Ask the dandelion. Priscilla, she's
What? Speak, man.
she's badly been attacked.
Cazzo?
Attacked?
Of course. Let's go.
Merda. Mo so cazzi, mo li meno a tutti. Mo meno a tutti. Se toccano le donne. Non se toccano. Soprattutto non Priscilla. Che è tanto carina, tanta caruccia. Devo fare una cosa.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable.
Porca puttana, una massacrata.
A relative?
E di nuovo quel simbolo dell'anca.
No,
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity.
Joachim.
I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery.
Oddio, mi sembra troppo il nome di un libro, un romanzo sui Templari.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was
Quindi
no
era
ordinary
un'aggressione
attack,
piuttosto
no robbery.
mirata.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Figli di puttana. Vado io, te prendo io.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion.
I would suggest examining the previous victims. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventing.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there with
I know perfect.
easy assurance to...
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morning star.
What do you think?
Va bene.
Think they'll
Probabilmente è stato proprio lui.
The sewers, as often as required.
alternative treatments. Aggressive.
We can discuss this on.
Andiamo. La salveremo.
Get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart.
Thanks.
Però bisognerebbe mettere magari qualcuno Zoltan da qua in mezzo. Da qua davanti all'entrata. O dentro a fare la guardia. Eccolo qua.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Necrofilo.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Bravo, bravo.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer...
Cazzo, l'ha torturato.
I believe he performed a tracheotomy.
Beh,
So the
c'è una freccia
victim
conficcata nella
wouldn't
mano.
die too soon.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage.
Gli hanno tolto gli organi.
Scar the length of his stomach.
O sbaglio? Non è quando gli
Let's
tolgono...
examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Hai una freccia nella mano. Non invio il tuo lavoro. In questo momento. Beh, Geralt fa mettere le mani dentro i mostri, quindi è uguale. Non gli fa effetto più di tanto. Che cos'è? Che diavolo!
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Oddio, non gli avrà mica messo l'uovo dentro per farlo schiudere. Si sta facendo tipo una cosa di mostro.
Wounds long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdomen.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once
Siamo-
thought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt. Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldeide.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty.
Quella che usano per i cadaveri, per i funerali e cose così.
Remarkable at preserving organic tissue in strong
Chiunque sia stato
proportions.
è pazzo.
It's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay.
È probabilmente la stessa cosa che gli hanno fatto a cosa, che gli hanno versato.
Look at his hands.
Ho visto tante puntate di
These
Criminal
welts.
Minds.
Rope burns, right?
Oltre che
He
di
was tied
altre.
up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of...
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
È come se l'avesse voluto.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the...
Doesn't strike me as the...
Apologies. We surgeons...
Come cosa? Quando andiamo al genitale.
His genitals.
I sincerely doubt that...
We'll see.
Syphilis, actually.
Sifilide.
There could be a
Only as the killers...
All right.
Enlighten me, please.
Sorry. Rather...
I understand. For the good.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Avrei un'idea, però.
Fabian Meyer.
Shit.
And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim.
A student. Life.
Very well, speak.
You old...
Hubert taught me the rudiment...
And not very well.
Ma come, è più vecchio di te, Cristo? Gli hai insegnato tu.
You've not checked...
A compliment?
No, a statement of...
Woodcarver's body.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Farcourt. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body.
Who are these people?
You did, but they're friends of the...
Out of the question.
As
Ah, questo è quello del fuoco eterno. Di balle.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness,
Dio, ma sta facendo sta missione, adoro queste cose da detective.
If I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Stranamente cooperativo. Mi dispiace, tutti sono sospettati in questo momento. C'hai ancora una freccia conficcata nella mano.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the...
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on...
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a tort. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed...
Might have told me you...
I know him, that...
Don't aim to prep.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked.
As do I. At the...
And I'll keep my...
Cerca il becchino Eustace. Excuse me. Mi scusi. Witcher.
Eustace, the corpse collector.
Geralt di Riga, Witcher.
How'd you know?
Dovrei farle qualche domanda.
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body.
Tirato
to
fuori
the
un
morgue.
distintivo finto.
Oh!
One of them.
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins.
Some things are...
What do you mean? Reverend
Shame? What? You search for...
Whoa. What?
I call a spade a...
And I call a
Talk. What did you find on him?
I had your wish. Triflings, baubles, glass-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a
That's human skin.
Come?
Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not...
What the fuck do I care?
Lo colpisco!
Oi, fuck it!
For everything.
Lo stesso. Sai com'è? Mi ha fatto farti un attimo. Ok. Relax. Che me l'ha messi al contrario sti cazzo di obiettivi? Sta piacendo un sacco questa missione. Questo perché volevo giocarlo nel noir, però alla fine non lo portavo più sul canale perché avrei dovuto censurare il mondo, perché ci stavano i corpi nudi, i cadaveri, eccetera, eccetera.
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid much. Lie down. Come on.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft. Even I'm scared of them.
You're scaring me.
Dog than an evil man at your door.
What did you do?
Got someone particular.
Sure as shite. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs.
Ah, preso il tuo così.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother.
Minchia che grosso.
Now, just Meyer.
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So,
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Una pira.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding often.
Porello.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him?
La pira però porta al fuoco eterno, però potrebbe
It was
essere.
Fabian who threatened this one. Oh, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of took to following one in particular, he'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch."
Know where I can find her?
City Cemetery. She died a few...
Ah, abbiamo capito perché ce l'aveva con quella donna.
Need to look around.
Be my guest.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Un cittadino preoccupato.
Aye.
Had a look at your...
And?
The women is...
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. And so they did. Till one sermon at the temple, and the celebrating reverends.
Mind if I go?
I've not even peeked inside since...
Scusami.
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless...
Hanno preso le
somebody
spalle.
tried to knock it over. Just a few stains behind.
Penso di aver capito. Penso di avere un'idea.
Aye.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there.
I needn't know the
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard
But why?
to teach a lesson to him
No, già l'ho sentito. Quindi è qualcuno che voleva fare sta cosa contro gli umani. E quindi è il fuoco eterno. Bello lui. Mi piacciono i cani grandi. Più gli husky però. Husky, posso vedere tedeschi, li adoro. La mia famiglia ce n'ha avuto beh, meglio mia madre ce n'ha avuti tantissimi da quando era giovane.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Got a problem?
Vado Ah, sarei sicuramente un testimone. No, vieni qui, dove vai?
Sis, that ain't
Bad
How am
idea.
I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
Non so perché stiamo combattendo. Penso perché ho rubato.
That's it, you're in for it! Eye for an eye!
Signora, si può levare da mezzo alla battaglia, per favore?
Take him from the back! Together now! Kill the horse head! You're carrion! Eye for an eye!
Quindi verremo attaccati a prescindere.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, Steve!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring?
I know. Here to look.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Ho detto che era una testimone.
You and Priscilla
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect.
Oh.
It mattered. I
Oddio.
was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as well.
Priscilla was.
Oh, dearie. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones.
Testa pelata,
Baldy,
riccio,
curly
rigoletto.
buns.
Take care now. I gotta look around some.
Naturally.
Ah, ecco perché mi hanno attaccato, no? Perché ho rubato.
Oh, my head's
Come se fosse una bella cosa.
got a problem. Oh, my head's ringing.
Aspetta un
A
attimo.
brazier. This time of year?
C'è dell'odore di
I know
cosa?
that
Formaldeide.
Formaldehyde. Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Human took a step back. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
Un altro sermone. E questo è qualcuno che vuole ripulire la città.
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Andiamoci a vedere l'altra vittima. Potrà darci. Oh, non me lo segni già fatto.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Andiamo al l'obitorio a vedere quest'altra vittima. Cosa mi sai dire? Cosa abbiamo, Doc?
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
By the way, you and Von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242. A senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity. Joachim had been my favorite student, but...
Ripeto, è molto più vecchio di te, c'è qualcosa che non quadra.
Whereas Joachim...
A meno che tu non sei un mutaforme. Stavo vedendo un maledetto mutaforme. Vedi, sembrate giovane.
How old's Von Graz?
53, I believe.
You look a little young.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathe...
Sì.
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at
Uno
Oxford.
studente.
Found this morning at his home on a...
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire.
Yeah.
Ah, giusto. Allora, già si è sentito.
Hard to...
Let's start.
Gladly conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Gotta find her.
Cazzo, vuole attaccare a nobili. E allora c'è qualcos'altro che non quadra.
Till next time, master.
Ho bisogno di un viaggio rapido. Ho bisogno di un viaggio rapido, subito.